All right, everyone, who's ready to build their first page in Squarespace? Here's how you're going to do it. Start by logging into the site that you want to work in. And then, like we remember from before, your panel comes up here on the left-hand side, pages, design, commerce, analytics, etc., and then your site on the right. So let's say that we want to go into this site that already has home, coaching, about, deep thoughts, and let's talk. Let's say that we want to add another page in here that's called, I don't know, testimonials. What we're going to do is we're going to start by navigating to our Pages subpanel. So click on your Pages subpanel. Now you can see your Pages subpanel is visible on the left-hand side. Now let's talk about what's in here for a second. When you are adding pages in Squarespace, it's important to know that there are different types of pages that have different kinds of functionality. Squarespace does this because they're anticipating the way that you're going to be building in certain kinds of pages. So the first thing to know is that in this existing website is that we only have two types of pages in these different sections. We have something called an index page and an overview page. So let me demonstrate what each of these pages looks like. We're going to do that by starting with adding a page. As you can see, there are a few different sections. First, we have the main navigation, and these are all of the pages that would appear under main navigation. So as you can see here, you have your navigation, and you can see that it corresponds with these index pages that are over here on the left-hand side. So home is here, coaching is here, about, deep thoughts, that's your blog, a blog page, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then let's talk, which is your contact page. All right, so let's say that you're like, oh, I really want to add a new section to my website. I want to have a whole new page under my navigation that doesn't exist right now. So if you ever want anything to appear up here in your main navigation, you're always going to add it under this title, main navigation. Okay? If you don't want it to appear up here and instead you only want the link to that page to appear down here at the bottom of your page, which is in an area called the footer, then you add it down here to secondary navigation. And then if you want to add a page, but you only want people to be able to visit that page if you send them a specific link and it's not visible anywhere on the website, then you add it down here to this not linked section. So we want this page to be visible to anyone who views it. So we're going to add it up here in the main navigation section. So when you click on this plus button, you're automatically taken to a small pop-out menu. This pop-out menu contains the different types of pages that you can add to your website. So there is a page, and that is just a basic, simple page. It has no built-in functionality. There's a product page. If you wanted to sell something on your website, like jewelry, for example, you would create a product page. There's something called a cover page, which is basically a one-page website. These are great if you want to set up, let's say, a campaign for a new workshop and you only want to drive people there, you could create a cover page for it. A folder allows you to have a navigation with multiple links underneath it. You've seen that. So let's say that we had this coaching navigation button as a folder. What would appear underneath it would be like coaching, and then underneath you would say health coaching, life coaching, career coaching. People could click on each one to define what kind of coaching they want. The other types of pages that are going to be most useful for you are blog pages, events, and index pages. It's not too likely that you'll be building a gallery page, but if you did, a gallery page is literally just a page that houses a bunch of images that's pulled in from another place on your site. Don't worry about that right now. Right now, we're going to create a very simple, basic page. So you do that by clicking here on Page. Squarespace has recently added a new feature that whenever you create a page, it provides these things called starter layouts. It didn't used to be like this. It used to just be if you add a page, you type in the page, it automatically appears in your Pages control panel, and you had to build it completely from scratch. You can still do that, which is why they have a blank option. But if you scroll down here on the left-hand side, you can see that they have all of these different layouts now that you can select from. These layouts are awesome. A lot of these layouts are very commonly used, and they're very simple to use. and they already have all of the spacing and all of the formatting done that you need to make it very, very easy to quickly add a page, and then all you have to do is include your copy and your images. For our purposes, we're going to do a blank page so that I can demonstrate to you how to add some other stuff to it. All right, so once you've selected the page that you want and the layout that you want, you come down here and you click Start Editing. And voila, your new page is now here in front of you and already in something called editing mode. And that is how you create a brand new page in Squarespace.